Hi, I'm State Representative Justin Chenette of Saco, and I'm here with a legislative update. I just want to kind of talk a little bit about some of the things that we're doing in Augusta. We have recently formed a youth caucus, and this is for anybody either on the House or Senate side, and it includes people under 30, which there's a record 13 members of the House of Representatives and the Senate that are under 30 years old, and the goal of this caucus is really promoting bipartisan solutions. So Democrats and Republicans coming to the same table to demand and develop solutions that actually work, that actually have a very positive impact on the workings of Augusta and the people of the state of Maine. And so far, we've had some conversations with WCSH6, with Rob Caldwell. We've had some conversations with a number of different media organizations trying to let people know that this is what we're doing. We can actually come to the same table and work together. And if we disagree, we're going to work together. And it's been really great so far, and I think a younger generation of leaders can really make that happen. So I'm very optimistic about this new youth caucus, and I'll keep you posted as more platform points and policy points are developed. This coming week, we're going to be delving into the supplemental budget. There is 104 pages of the supplemental budget. So if you want some light reading, I'd be happy to give you a copy. I have a lot of documentation on my legislative website, justinchenette.com, for anybody to read, including the 104 pages of the supplemental and including all of the changes that the Appropriations Committee made, which are really going to be something that we're going to be deciding on in the House and the Senate. And a few of the key points I would like to mention, and again, we haven't voted on this yet, but the Appropriations Committee has recommended that instead of eliminating entirely the Drugs for the Elderly program, which is so critical for a lot of constituents that I have, that has been sort of reinstated. Again, these were recommendations from the Appropriations Committee in terms of the amended legislation of the supplemental budget, and has not been voted on yet, but they recommended to keep that program. Also, the reduction in general purpose aid to local school districts, which accounted for about $12.6 million, was accepted by the Appropriations Committee. And what that means is going to translate into about over $300,000 just for Saco alone that are going to have to make up that over the next few months up to up till June 30th rather, for that budget. So that is going to be felt a major impact on our local communities regarding education. But that is just a drop in the bucket compared to what we're dealing with in the biennial budget that we haven't even tackled yet. I mean, the supplemental budget, you may think 104 pages is long. This is just 2%, about 2% of the biennial budget. So we're going to have our work cut out for us because there's a number of things regarding specifically just education alone, like shifting half of the retirement costs for teachers down to the local municipalities. That in and of itself is going to be a pretty penny. And there are a number of other avenues, for instance, the elimination of the municipal revenue sharing that we're going to have to deal with. But we're not going to talk about that yet because we really need to get through this supplemental budget. So that's a few of the points. I know COLA was a big issue, which is the cost of living increases for state retirees. We've sort of negated some of that. That language was included in the governor's proposal regarding the supplemental budget. So there's been a lot of things in this, and I'm still delving into this as we speak. But I implore you to read through the document. You don't have to read all 104 pages if you don't want to, but at least some of the key bullet points to stay updated on this, because this does have an impact on everybody. And this will be voted on very soon. So I really hope that you stay informed on this issue, and as developments happen, I want to keep you updated. And I think updates like this is really important because through this kind of active and ongoing discussion, solutions can take place, even if we disagree, Democrats or Republicans alike. So stay tuned for developing updates out of Augusta, especially on the supplemental budget. I'm State Representative Justin Chenette. For more information, you can visit my website at justinchenette.com. Thanks, and stay tuned.